Hello, crypto YouTube, crypto family. This is Crypto Farang, pre-recorded from Thailand. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't had a chance to do so, please like and subscribe. And while you're at it, hop on over to Twitter and follow me at Crypto Farang. And as always, I am not a cryptocurrency expert, a blockchain specialist, or a financial advisor. I'm just a conspiracy theorist that's fired up about being an early adopter in this nascent market. So as always, please invest at your own risk. Welcome back to the channel. If you had a chance to, or did not have a chance to catch yesterday's video, I touched briefly on a few news stories, most notably this change of direction as far as India and their policies, regulations on cryptocurrencies. They have removed the ban against investing and interacting with digital assets. This is huge. This is potentially huge for XRP. There's been some news over the past couple of years about how India's banking system is already largely XRP enabled. So this is very interesting and very exciting, especially if you are invested in XRP. If this happens to pan out, and only time will tell. And today, what I wanted to talk about a bit was this most recent video that I watched from digital asset investor, DAI. And I'm going to weigh in a bit and just mention a couple things. But before we do that, let's have a look at the market at just after 2 p.m. on a Friday here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. The market is in green. Bitcoin over 9,000 US dollars. XRP back over 24 cents. And how's my VeChain doing? 0.0061. This is all great to see. And I think, as you know, I've mentioned this before, I'm not terribly wrapped up in these price fluctuations that we're going to see in the near term. I'm still confident that we're going to see some more positive price movement around the halving. And it'll just be interesting to see how much volatility we experience until what I hope will be the next bull run. Sooner than later, fingers crossed. I'm here to make money. How about you? Which brings me to the topic for today's video, digital asset investor. He's here to make money, and he mentioned that at great length in this most recent video. And the reason I want to talk about this today, DAI is a prominent name in the cryptocurrency space, and most notably in the XRP space, the Ripple. The conversation about what Ripple's doing on Twitter, on YouTube, digital asset investor, I would say, is a heavy hitter. And in fact, he was even one of the content creators that was invited to Swell last year. And a few months ago, now I have been, I've pretty much been a diehard fan of DAI since last summer, since I really started consuming regular YouTube content. It was a channel that I listened to on a regular basis. I was critical of certain things, but hey, I'm critical of everything and everyone. Most of all, myself. Very critical of myself. Judgment is a character trait that I have exhibited for all my life, as long as I can remember. The only difference is today is that I'm willing to admit it, accept it, and work on it. I don't like being a judgmental person. And as you may have noticed, at the end of every video, I mention to treat everyone the way that you'd like to be treated. And recently, DAI came together with a couple YouTube content creators, and they created a for-profit, members-only portal to consume member content. And so so without going into a lot of detail, I was one of the big critics of this whole thing. I thought that it was not good business practices for someone to be invited from the YouTube and the Twitter and the XRP community to be invited to this Swell conference. This was the first year that content creators were invited to Swell. And then for them to make premium content available only to people that were willing to pay, I felt like that was not a good move. And so, like I said, I was very critical. I immediately stopped watching DAI's YouTube videos, and I was actually quite critical and vocal in the comment section of his videos for a period of time. And fast forward to now. Now that I'm a content creator, and now that I'm hypercritical of my own content, and like, oh wow, I need to improve here, and I need to do this better. You know, it's really important for me to keep an open mind. Let me just say that. And so I actually went back and deleted all my negative comments. I have not gone as far as to make a formal apology to DAI in Twitter, and probably because attempts that I had made in the past to contact him he chose not to respond. So this is just how I want to conduct myself moving forward. And so I think it's very important to keep an open mind, be supportive. Remember that we all have strengths. I'm certainly no different. We all have weaknesses. I am certainly no different. And so on a whim, when I saw the title of this video, I had to click on it. I hadn't listened to DAI in months. And I thought, well, hey, I got to listen to this video. Call it some conspiracy, clickbait, the whole New World Order thing. This is what I'm all about. I love this stuff, right? And so I clicked on it and I listened to it, and it's almost 50 minutes. And from my perspective and my experience and my research and my interests, this was a great video. It was very coherent, thought-provoking, detailed, and I share a lot of the same attitudes and opinions that DAI happens to share as well. So look, when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. And I just wanted to admit publicly that I have been very critical of this individual, and that I think I was wrong in doing so. There is certainly nothing wrong with trying to monetize your channel. The idea of being able to potentially monetize a YouTube channel is somewhat out of reach at this point, but it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility if I am providing consistently helpful content. If you watching this video or listening are getting some value out of this, then I've mentioned before, I'm happy to be doing it. And so I wanted to mention this. I think this is a great video. I will put the link in the description. I encourage you to go watch this video. It's got a lot of thought-provoking points about the potential for XRP. Now, I just am so fired up at the prospect of being an early adopter, at the potential, at the possibility that maybe we're right. Maybe XRP is going to be implemented on a large scale in this real world capacity, that it's going to be used as this remittance tool, that banks and remittance companies are going to be utilizing XRP on a daily basis. It's mind-blowing to think that it's possible. And so I love it when people can bring thought-provoking content. And it's also important to mention the reason that I am personally diversified. I mean, I am extremely bullish about XRP, but I am diversified in my investment portfolio with digital assets because I see a potential use case for a handful of other digital assets. And it's hard to say because so much of the details around what's happening are shrouded in mystery, are happening behind closed doors. Yes, we see a lot of these people meeting in public, and we see that this individual that works for this major institution happens to be part of this organization and this and that and the other thing, but we still really don't know. A lot of it is the hypothesis that we've put together with these different details. So But nonetheless, it's extremely interesting to me. I also mentioned yesterday that in the event of a major cataclysmic crash of the financial markets, the traditional markets, and then in tandem, perhaps there might be some effect on the cryptocurrency market. I am still bullish long term in this whole thing, and it's really exciting. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me today. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe, and also remember to please treat others the way that you'd like to be treated. And remember, crypto hindsight is always 20/20. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.